Hey, what's up? It's Drake here. It's coming back with another Palworld base build. And I come up with this pretty cool treehouse waterfall base. And where it is, and I'm sure probably everybody's seen the video at this point, is on these new isles they added with the Terraria expansion, or DLC, you call it. But this one's on the Sunlit Isle here. And it started out as just a oil base because I took down my other oil base and come over here because there's 3 nodes you can activate. And there is actually a little bit of palladium that spawns like here, or palladium, however you want to say it. Here and right over here, but I wound up building over the most of them for the building I wound up constructing. But I wound up being able to get this treehouse to build over the water, and it was a pretty interesting technique. But all in all, it wound up probably being one of my favorite bases. It just looks really cool with the little glass house kind of floating in. There's a couple of unique effects about this that kind of allows it to happen. For some reason, this tree has no physical effect. As you can see, you can just phase right through it, and it allows your building to do the same thing. So that's why this structure works. Now, the base of it you can't build through, but anything in the upper portion of the canopy part of it, it's just, I don't know, it's there, but it's not there. So it doesn't impede for your building at all. And the other thing, I'll go down here and show it, and this is kind of a neat effect. If I can get off of Jet Dragon. Is you can actually build on these lily pads. They count as a place where you can place a foundation. And this right here is where I actually got the idea to build it, because without these, you can't build this structure because it's kind of ticky. Like, it will just barely let you touch the edge of the water with a foundation. But where I started out is right here. If I can get it to show it on the map, and it's just going to touch the base. But the coordinates are 403, negative 483. But I started out right here, facing almost due west. But what I did is I placed a block to where I could come over with a glass ceiling and then get a block to place on this lily pad right here. And if you look at it, it's almost due west, maybe just a little off of west. And then I made my way around and got lucky enough that what you have to do over here is these 2 foundations actually placed on this large lily pad, which allowed me to have enough support to put all this above. And I had to put these posts down right here to actually get the middle to build. And I don't know if I've always done it wrong or they updated it, but now the support post will actually act as support for what's above them instead of just being aesthetic. And as long as the water is shallow, they will provide support for what's above it. So it kind of opens up the building potential a little bit. The only block I couldn't get to place, it is just because this large rock is here. So I just left that open. Went with a nice new glass railing. Down here, this is where it gets a little tricky, I guess you would say. Because what I did is I come straight off with the foundations down through here until I could get out to about right here, put a glass ceiling, and then measured down with the post like you do, and place this foundation and drop down here. And what I actually had to do is build foundations all the way across over here. And there might have been an easier way to do it, but I didn't think of it at the time. But I come all the way across until I could place these foundations and then get close enough to this waterfall that there again, these 2 placed on this lily pad right here. And that's the only reason this worked, is by sheer happenstance or luck, I guess you would say. By placing that one on the lily pad up there, it allowed the other 4 blocks, these 2 and those 2 up there, to place on these lily pads just right, so that you have enough support for this to actually work, which allowed me to build on over. And now it allowed actual foundation blocks to be placed inside the waterfall here. So we wound up with a really nice waterfall balcony here. It's not just close to the waterfall, it's actually glitched through the waterfall, I guess you would say. But yeah, that's kind of how it turned out, and it's all because of the unique, I guess, placing, because you can see them right there, placing the foundation pads actually on the lily pads on top of the water, so that you could build in a place that otherwise would not allow you to build at all. Now I wound up building this around, because I thought about placing another base down here, and I might still do it. But I had built another base, and it wound up hard crashing my game, and I had to reset it back to before that base was built. So I was looking for something cool, but a little smaller, something that, you know, because what I built before was a huge base. It was like 20-something stories tall, and yeah, when I tried to turn the game back on, it just would not load. I wound up having to lose a full day of progress that I spent building that base just to get it to work again. So I decided, let's do something a little smaller and something that I could take down one of my other bases and put it in here too. So this is not only a really cool base, but a really functional base too. That's it. I just figured I'd go over this. You know, me and my daughters get this running thing to kind of compete. She builds bases on her world, I build bases on mine. We see who can come up with the cooler, crazier locations to build stuff and get stuff to work. But that's it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If I missed anything, you want to know anything, drop it in the comments. You got another cool location you'd like to see something built, I'd love to give it a try. If you want to see more, smash that sub button, man. Really help support the channel out. I do very much appreciate all the support and views I've been getting here lately. I don't really do it for the views, and definitely don't do it, you know, for any amount of money, but it is cool to see people like and implement the ideas that I have. As always, thanks for watching.